Hey there. Welcome back to my channel again. And today I will be talking about current popular mangas. This is going to be a bit of an interesting little video. I'm going to challenge myself to look at 5 different mangas and within the space of a minute for each, talk about why I like them, but any negative points also have about them and such. So I'm going to try and keep to a time limit with this video. It might be a bit rushed, it might be a bit chaotic. Hopefully I'm up to the challenge and we shall see what we can do. I'll start at the minute point. I'm going to talk about Bleach, Naruto, One Piece, Tokyo, Tokyo, I think that's how you pronounce it, and Fairy Tail. So 5 mangas. I know there's more popular ones out there and there's others. I might talk about them as well. But alright, let's start. So first one, Bleach. Most people know about Bleach, about Ichigo Kurosaki, the young human turned Shinigami. It's one of the most popular ones out there, and I really like it. I really got into it. It's the first manga I actually got into. It was actually through the anime I watched it, and I love the anime. And I've continued to follow it. It did start to lag a bit in recent times. I mean, the whole thing with Aizen at the end of the Soul Society invasion arc seemed quite forced. Then we had the very poor Fullbringer arc, and now we got this whole final arc dealing with the Quincy's as the final enemy. I'm not very fond of the whole Quincy pureblood thing. It's a bit suspicious sort of thing. But overall, the manga, definitely the start of the manga and anime is still very solid. Great voice acting, great animation, and I see potential that this manga could end with a bang at the end of the day. Next one, Naruto. That's unfortunately coming to an end now. I got into it very much towards the ending of it. What can I say? I mean, again, it's a great fighting manga. It has its own unique style, being focused on ninja arts and everything, and I quite like that. Um, I have liked it. I have to admit, there's not many faults I have with it. I'm very glad, actually, to be honest, it's finishing now when it's probably done as much with the story as it can. If it tried to pull another arc out after the current final arc, I don't think it would work. Yeah, I don't think I have too much faults actually with Naruto. I can see why it's been so popular, especially in the West. It's really helped promote, kind of like make ninjas a popular thing, and I could see it definitely becoming a favorite long after it finishes the manga and then the anime. Um, One Piece. Now, One Piece, I've got a very good reason why I like it. And the reason is, it's because it feels like a full-on world, whereas Bleach is very much focused on the Shinigami and the humans in the town and the other races, and you don't really see what the Shinigami are like around the world. And with Naruto, whilst you know about the different countries, it doesn't really look into the different countries. One Piece does feel like a journey, and One Piece makes a huge amount of effort to talk about the places they go to, the people they meet and stuff. I'm not very much a fan of Luffy, whatever his name is the lead character, mostly because a lot of his personality doesn't usually make a lot of sense to me. I can see he's very dedicated to his crew and such, but come on, he's a bit too naive at the end of the day. But, you know, it's balanced out by the other characters, and they help to keep him grounded. And I can see it, you know, I can see they actually have potential to really extend this arc and really make it some great big epic that will stay with people long after it finishes. Um, Tokyo? Tokyo? Oh, I hope that's how it's pronounced. Again, something I really like because it's quite different, like One Piece. One Piece very much focused on pirate adventure, exploring a huge world, making it feel like a world. Tokyo is the same, but in a food culinary sense. I know food has been used occasionally in manga before as a plot element, etc., but here it is the stuff and the essence of it. And it's a bit weird at some points. I'm a bit like weirded out by just how obsessed everyone is in this manga with food. It seems a bit like, I mean, come on, you can't base everything in the world around food. You know, how stupid is that? But at the same time, I'm kind of weirdly into it as well. So it's, you know, it's a kind of half and half, kind of like a bit rolling my eyes at the exaggeration of food and stuff, but at the same time I'm kind of weirdly into it. And definitely the characters are very strong, and they've actually got some really good female characters in there as well, and some really strong ones. And so it's one of the more balanced gender mangas, actually, I think, whilst still the men are like, you know, big, beefy and bulky and somewhat androgynously good looking. But anyway, finally, the final one, Fairy Tail. Speaking about gender balanced mangas, I think this is one of the most gender balanced positive mangas I've actually seen in recent years. You've got loads of strong characters. I know some people aren't very fond of Lucy because they sometimes feel she's a bit too fan serviced and weaker than the other characters, but then she's the focus. But still, she has been shown to hold her own in fights. Elsa has been shown to hold her own in fights. So the most powerful mages in the manga are very strong, independent women. I'm not trying to focus exclusively on women here, but the fact is we see, I mean, I've talked about Bleach, Naruto, One Piece, etc., where it has tons and tons of powerful men, and I'm not trying to make it sound like they're sexist, but it feels more realistic in Tokyo and definitely Fairy Tail that there is lots of strong female characters in the world. I'm not too fond of Fairy Tail in the sense that sometimes how a number of the villains turn into good guys. I don't know if that's the kind of some of the essence of Fairy Tail, the whole redemption and finding yourself again. I'm not too fond about how all the keeps ramping up the stakes of power for the different characters. I mean, how strong will they get? It's redeeming itself a bit slightly because it's going on now about involving the dragons, so it feels like it's actually starting to rev up to what the main storyline of the manga series will be. But anyway, sorry, I went a bit over there trying to talk about my different points. It's a bit hard to squeeze them in sometimes. I hope I made some sense. I hope I didn't ramble too much. If you agree with me or disagree, let me know. It would be great to hear your thoughts on these great mangas as well. I mean, I definitely recommend them all. At the end of the day, they've all got really good points. I mean, it is unfortunate that 3 of them, the big 3, Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece, are ending. There's hopes that Tokyo and Fairy Tail and some of the rest will be the next big 3. Who knows? It's honestly something that public over time will have to see. I think whilst the presence of these big 3 remain, we will not know for sure exactly how people will react after they go. Once the void is there, once you don't have something there anymore, then the dynamic changes. You cannot second guess that until that happens. But anyway, sorry, I've waffled on enough. Thank you for watching the video, and I shall hopefully bring you back soon.